goal after half time where he was on Nick Stevens in the goal square, and he arrived at the goal square at the same time as the ball did, so he can work very hard forward because he's played as a forward pretty much all of his career, and he's got an understanding of when to really push off his man or when to stay on his man.
Now this man here in my fingers, Michael Voss, when he plays well, Brisbane usually win. If he plays midfield, who do you think will go with him?
Oh, look, I've got no doubt. I think that Nathan will certainly.
You say that, Dean, because the last couple of times that Buckley and Voss have gone to each other, Buckley has averaged over 30 possessions. On the last occasion they met, they actually lined it up on each other in the centre square, which looked as though they were playing on each other. But then Burns was the guy that actually went to Michael Voss.
Yes.
Michael Voss, when Brisbane win, averages about 25, 26 possessions a game. When they lose, he's down to about 17. I think Mick Malthouse learnt on the last couple of occasions that if you can reduce this guy's influence on the game, you're a better than 50-50 chance of winning.
Oh, look, there's certainly no doubt about that, and he also becomes very dangerous when he goes forward. I know when we played them earlier in the year at Telstra Dome, we sort of were able to keep a hold of him when he was in the midfield, and then he went forward and he ended up kicking, I think it was 4 or 5 goals before half time, and that really had a telling effect on the game.
Sean Hart played on Buckley in the second half 3 weeks ago and did a fair job.
Yes, look, and this is, we might be able to just be happy enough with them and not so much roll the dice, but, they may adjust through the day and see who gets on top and round the stoppages and that sort of stuff.
Now we can go down to the Collingwood rooms, I think, right now. Their coach, Mick Malthouse with Christy Malthouse.
Thanks, Tim. Well, Dad, you were just in the meeting with them then. How did they respond to what you had to say?
Well, I suppose the proof's in the pudding at the end when we've come off the ground and weighed up really what's taken place. So all it is reinforcement of our meeting we had yesterday. And I think sometimes you can have too many of them, but I think these games you just need to reinforce. There's certain aspects of the game, particularly now that the weather's come in, it's changed the strategies marginally, and players just need to be reminded of the differences.
Well, with the wet weather and the ground being so soggy, it's going to take a lot out of the legs. Does that suit Collingwood?
Well, we've played in these conditions before, not that often, but we have done pretty well in them. We're a young side, we're an enthusiastic side. We do run through the ground pretty well, so whether it's an advantage, it certainly will help us, but I don't know whether it may well help Brisbane as well, but it's certainly not going to be, it won't discourage our players from working hard together, and we've got a pretty good fit 22, which we know they can get over the line.
Are you still considering changes to the team, or are you pretty settled down?
Well, we'll run out with our 25 and just, again, they'll go through their warm-up and just see. I'm pretty set in my mind what I'm going to do, and the players know that, so when the 25 run down, that's just the 25 will run down and soak up a bit of atmosphere, and we'll run back, and the 22 will remain stripped and the other 3 won't.
Thanks, Dad. Have a good one. Tim.
Thank you, Christy. The Malthouses, what pressure on the Collingwood coach. Ducks and Drakes, even beyond the moment when the teams run onto the ground. We might not know who is lining up for Collingwood. We'll see what we can learn from the Brisbane rooms when we come back after this break in our 2003 Grand Final preview.
I reckon you can tell it's the most powerful ute they've ever made just by looking at it.
Yeah.
I reckon we should take them for a run on the Salt Lake.
The new 260 kilowatt Falcon Ute. It's unbelievably powerful.
Select and enjoy Telstra's My Hour option with the Nokia 6610 for only $0 when you connect to a Telstra Mobile $40 member plan for 24 months from your Telstra shop or Telstra dealer.
Electric guitar, $400. Music lessons, $200. Costume hire, $60. Finding a new way to stand out from the crowd?
Priceless.
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Apply for the standout Virgin MasterCard on 13/22/25.
You know, in Australia at the moment, there are investors sitting on the sidelines in cash. What do you think they should do?
Hard as it is, I actually think that you have to forget about what's just happened to you and focus on what markets are likely to do from now on, and that comes back to what economies are likely to do from now on.
We're creatures of our past experience. You know, if you walk by a house and a dog runs out and bites you in the leg, and then the next day you walk by that house and the dog runs out and bites you in the leg again, and the third day you walk out, you are not walking by that house, even though the dog may have died. The bear market may be dead, yet we're, acting as if it's still very much alive.
There's been an enormous amount of stimulus thrown at the major economies, and better economic news possibly could come in the near future.
Because your situation's unique, always seek quality advice, or for more information, contact BT.
How's the camping going?
Good, thanks, Mum. Jesse was a bit scared, but he's okay now.
Good, so everyone's okay?
We're great.
Good night, boys.
Good night.
If you believe the share market's on the rebound, you'll appreciate CommSec's brokerage fee from just $19.95. If this is a bull market, CommSec can help you milk it. Limited to online trades to $10,000 and other criteria.
We could have stopped at a whole new look. We could have stopped at driver, passenger and side airbags. We could have stopped at front and rear power windows. We could have stopped at the 6-way power driver's seat. We could even have stopped at automatic climate control. But the list of standard features in the new Magna just goes on and on. So if you've been looking for Australia's best value V6, stop.
Meet the quack with all the answers.
From? Just can't seem to hit one over the fence. I'm sorry. I just can't get it through the hoop. Can't get my wife pregnant. Well, of course you can't. You're spending too much time playing sports.
Bet 7:30 Tuesday on 10.
The AFL Grand Final 2003, brought to you by Carlton, brewed since 1864. And our telecast sponsors, Drive Right 2. Register at www.tacsafety.com.au. Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. BT Financial Group. And watch the Footy Grand Final with KFC.
You wouldn't know it had been raining for much of the day in Melbourne. Suddenly, much of the sky is blue. The sun is almost shining on the MCG with the bounce of the Sherrin for the grand final about 80 minutes away. Well, we've been to the Collingwood rooms. We've heard from the coach. Let's go to Gerard Waitley, who is outside the Brisbane rooms. Gerard, any news, any indication at all on Nigel Lappin?
Well, there's a beginning of an indication at least. The Lions were allowed to have 25 players warm up. They've chosen only to have the 23. So Tim Notting and Aaron Shattuck are still in their travel gear, so they will not play. Chris Scott, as I said earlier, he was the first man into his warm-up gear, and he was one of the first men straight out on the track. Nigel Lappin is out there as well, which leads me to the suggestion that Nigel Lappin may indeed go through a fitness test during this warm-up to see how he pans out. And also Michael Voss, who has taken no part in the warm-up in the past couple of weeks, he's also out there, although he's just doing reasonably stationary kicking drills, so not getting into the full-on exercise. But it would seem to me that Scott and Lappin are competing for the same spot just at the moment.
Gerard, just looking at those pictures there, it seems as if Nigel Lappin has company, probably the Brisbane fitness staff, and they're watching his every move.
He was straight into the medical room when he arrived. He'll have the vest on, which has been approved by the AFL. It was presented to them yesterday. Just all these things do need to be checked. He won't have had his pain-killing injection yet, and we were able to say earlier that an anaesthetist has been brought into the Brisbane camp for the day to administer that injection should it be needed, just coming before the game. So I've got no doubt that in the next or 12 or 15 minutes, a decision will be made on Nigel Lappin, and Chris Scott is champing at the bit to take his place.
Well, there was a doubt over Chris Scott, Gerard, regarding his groin injury. How does he seem to be moving out on the ground at the moment?
Look, he stretched pretty well in the rooms as he was the first one to start the stretching just to loosen himself up. He's doing all that's required at the moment, so he'll be stretching out. Oh, look, I can see him now. He's not moving as freely as you would necessarily like him to see, just striding through the centre square now, but look, he'll be doing his all. I wouldn't mind betting they're both going through fitness tests, to be honest.
Gerard, thanks for that. Fascinating stuff. Dean, I'm not sure whether you could hear all of that, but Nigel Lappin is out there. It looks as though he and Chris Scott might both be going through fitness tests this close to the game. That has to be a little unsettling to the equilibrium of even the most seasoned team, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, it certainly does. But look, if the conditions are changing, yes, it looks quite sunny out there now, but if we're going to continue to get showers and it's not going to be an open freestyle sort of game and Lappin still has his ribs, maybe Chris Scott is the better option, even if his groin is a little bit sore, because it's going to be a hard, tough, in-close game, and he loves that.
Well, we will have it all revealed before our eyes in the next hour or so before this 2003 Grand Final, and we'll be back with more of our preview shortly.
Hello again on this grand final day of news, and despite that early winter blast, thousands of fans are now converging on the MCG. The Magpie Army hoping that weather would have spoilt Brisbane's dreams of a grand final hat-trick. Also, a fourth Bellarine Peninsula student admitted to hospital suffering suspected meningococcal disease. And tributes for British rock star and two-time Grammy Award winner Robert Palmer, who has died from a sudden heart attack at the age of 54. Details tonight at 6.
Thinking home improvements? Get down to Bunnings Warehouse for a mammoth range at the lowest prices every day. Like weed killer, just $8. 9 kilogram gas cylinder, a low $42.50. 4 litre Weather Shield paint, only $56.94. Barbie Mate, a great buy at $9.89. 5-piece garden tool set, $3.99. And if you happen to find a cheaper price on a stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%.
Bunnings Warehouse!
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
What are you doing? Kick it! Pass it! Come on!
But here's a sure way to keep them all on side. KFC's Footy Variety Bucket. With our famous chicken, breast fillet crispy strips, popcorn chicken, chips and a Pepsi, it's got something for everyone. With KFC's Footy Variety Bucket, you could be a legend.
Financial plan can help you make the most of every moment. AXA Investments, Insurance and Superannuation.
There's a time when two should become one. I mean, we've had our highs and lows, but this way things will be much more settled.
The new V6 Accord is the biggest and most powerful Accord ever. So, it'll make others jealous.
the time for romance. It's the hour of love.
So, what network are you with? Oh. That's a shame.
Want to talk to people on other networks free? Only Telstra's My Hour lets you select 1 hour of the day when the first 20 minutes of each voice call is free to any phone on any network in Australia. Call Telstra now on 125 111.
The stage is dramatically and magnificently set. Collingwood searching for a 15th premiership. And there's the prize. Brisbane, meanwhile, in gusty conditions, looking to join the very elite of AFL teams. Very few have been able to win 3 consecutive premierships. Carlton did it before the First World War. After the First World War, Collingwood won 4 in a row. During the Second World War, Melbourne did it, and the Demons did it again, of course, nearly 50 years ago. Robert Walls, what must it be like for Chris Scott and Nigel Lappin contesting one place in this team?
Yeah, it'd be really hard for them, and the ironical thing, Tim, is they are the best of mates. They both went to Brisbane 10 years ago, just 17 years of age, and Nigel got married last year. Chris was his best man, so that's how it's worked out. But look, I hope Nigel's able to take his spot in the side. He's been in really good form. If he doesn't, well, Chris is a really good replacement for them. I think it's going to be hard for Brisbane. My tip today, Collingwood.
Stephen Silvani.
Yeah, well, I believe Brisbane, although the Nigel Lappin's scenario building out there at the moment is a bit of a concern, but just the way they finished off the Swans last week, I believe they're a team on a mission.
We're 1-1 as we get to our guest commentator, Dean Laidley.
Yeah, look, Josh Fraser, very important, but I think the Collingwood midfield, the way they've rotated over the last couple of weeks, will have too much sting in for the Brisbane guys, so I'm picking Collingwood.
Who might win a Norm Smith medal? Buckley again?
Buckley, Burns and O'Brien.
What about your tip, Tim?
I've swung 3 times this week. I began on Collingwood. I switched when Rocker was suspended. I looked at the conditions today and I must say I fancy Collingwood. Norm Smith?
Nathan Buckley.
Sauce?
Well, if Collingwood are to win, I think Josh Fraser, but Michael Voss.
That's it. We'll be back with the grand final entertainment shortly.
Sunday, in a 90-minute special, the Idol finalists are going to lift the roof singing #1 hits. And with talent this good, how can you choose between them?
Girlfriend, you got it going on.
Australian Idol, the #1 hit special, 7:30 Sunday on 10.
Join the digital revolution now at Harvey Norman and you'll see how easy and affordable it can be. The Nikon Coolpix 2100, a compact digital camera with style and surprising ability, will have you instantly shooting quality prints with stunning results for $99. While the Fuji FinePix S5000 takes you that much further with superb 6-megapixel Super CCD, high-res clarity and a massive 10x optical zoom for pictures just like a pro. Just $999. These and many more to die for digital deals now at Harvey Norman.
Volvo driver. There are many puzzling phenomena, some easier to explain than others. Why, for example, here in Norfolk, did fish mysteriously fall from the sky? Tornado or something more mysterious? Why, too, do more people pay with Visa than American Express? Visa is accepted at twice as many places around the world. And one of those places is the famous Doyle's at Sydney's Watson's Bay. Why is Doyle so popular? The fish is so fresh. Colorbond. You've made the right choice. Come on.
Dougie! I hope you're ready for this. Yep. Our new Sicilian pizza, packed with garlic, basil and oregano. For so much flavour, it'll blow you away.
As the game goes on and you sweat, it can feel like this. Gatorade is scientifically formulated to put back what your sweat takes out, keeping you at your peak from beginning to end.
In my
dream I'm in a museum.
Executivus obsoletus.
Executivus obsoletus.
He's extinct.
I'm extinct.
His inability to adapt to the rapidly changing business climate proved his downfall.
What does it mean?
You need to adapt fast or perish.
Perish?
Or be acquired.
I'd rather perish.
Let's go see the woolly mammoth.
E-business on demand from IBM.
So how's your truck going, Bill? Oh, what are they yours? Yeah, can't complain. Hey, isn't that Jono? Yeah. Hey, Jono, get over here, mate. So you've got a new Ford Courier Turbo Diesel. So how's it going?
Bloody beautiful, mate.
The Ford Courier Turbo Diesel is here, and it's got what the others are missing.
Pass us a snag, will ya?
Yeah, no worries. What sauce?
You've seen a lot of home improvement shows, but nothing like this. 8:30 Monday, America's hottest new series hits Australia. It's not just a renovation show, it's a transformation show. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, 8:30 Monday.
Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Quartermain and welcome to Network 10's continued coverage of Grand Final Day 2003. It's Collingwood versus the Brisbane Lions. Match time is 1 hour away and shortly we are going to have some fantastic pre-match entertainment. We're going to pay tribute to sports stars past and present, plenty of colour and music, and to start things off we have the finalists from Australian Idol.
Ladies and gentlemen, this group of talented young Australian performers are usually fiercely competitive, but today they join together to celebrate this great sporting event. Please welcome Paulini Thanervale, Lauren Buckley, Shannon Knoll, Kelly Caviuto, Rob Mills, Clee, Cosima DeVito, Levi Kariyama, Rebecca Lavorne, Guy Sebastian. Join with them as they share with us some footy favourites.
Well, you put a lot in and you work real hard. There were days when you tried, there were days when you started
trying to please the crowd when the run's forgiven. There are easier ways to make a living.
But we come a long way since the start of things, when you've seen the joy that hard work brings.
But you've made us cry and you've made us smile. You've hit the front, now it's all worth the while. 'Cause there's one day in September we want to remember. There isn't any doubting we'll be in there shouting.
Football's such a part of this whole town, and we know that you won't let us down. 'Cause there's one day in September we want to remember. There isn't any doubting we'll be in there shouting. Footy's such a part of this whole town,
And we know that you won't let us down. Well, you work to earn a living, but on weekends comes a time you can do whatever turns you on. Go out and clear your mind.
me, I like football, and there's a lot of things around. When you line them all together, the footy wins hands down.
I think it's Aileen in there and fight. Out there
The AFL season has been a blend of triumph and tragedy, highs and lows. We've seen mates of years gone by run into one another in unfamiliar colours. We've seen moments of elation matched by moments of despair. Newcomers took their place on football's hottest seat. Kids arrived promising glorious tomorrows. Greats retired, leaving behind golden memories. And in accordance with life's manner of things, we said goodbye to men of legend. Jack Dyer, Bob Rose, Norm Ware, Alan Ruthven, men whose place in history was well earned and warmly acknowledged. And now, on this one day in September, let's honour a tradition born in our centenary year as we pay tribute to our Hall of Fame inductees with the handing down of the Guernseys.
The achievements of Bill Hutchison rank as some of the greatest in football history. He played in 4 premiership teams from 10 grand finals, back-to-back Brownlow medals, and 7 best and fairests in almost 300 matches. With Dick Reynolds, Hutchison formed one of our game's great partnerships, arriving at Windy Hill in the early 40s, and captained the Bombers from 1951. Bill is no longer with us, but today he is elevated to legend status. Please remember Essendon's Bill Hutchison. Was a true son of Melbourne's western suburbs. Born just a place kick from the Western Oval, he played 272 matches for Footscray. Starting as a forward, before roles in the ruck and defence, Oliver won 2 best and fairests and commenced coaching at the age of 26. His stint at the helm remains one of the club's finest, with 3 finals campaigns in 7 years of coaching. Please also remember, from Footscray, Arthur Oliver. Across 258 matches, John Platten's impact during Hawthorn's golden era was profound. A dogged rover. His trademarks were a mop of curls, a ton of endurance, and an insatiable hunger for a contest. As well as being a vital cog in 4 flags for the Hawks, he won 2 best and fairests. In 1987, Platten tied with Tony Lockett to win the Brownlow medal. One of Hawthorn's greatest. His place in history is beyond doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, John Platten. The top spans the ages of 16 to 64, it's clearly unique. John Todd burst onto the West Australian footballing landscape in 1955, becoming the youngest ever winner of the Sandover Medal. But it was in the coaching arena where Todd would leave his mark, with 6 premierships across 3 clubs. He bowed out at the end of the 2002 season after amassing 734 games as a coach. Ladies and gentlemen, John Todd. While word of mouth took Wayne Richardson to Collingwood, loyalty and toughness kept him there. Richardson arrived at Victoria Park after a mate of a mate told a bloke at the club he was worth a look. The Bush Telegraph proved true, as Richardson would stay for 13 seasons and 277 matches. Along the journey came the Magpie captaincy, as well as 2 Copeland trophies. Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Richardson. Jim Stynes hailed from Ireland, but it was in our land that he would meet his destiny. While it took time for him to learn this strange new game, he left an indelible mark over a 12-year period with Melbourne, including an incredible 244 consecutive matches. Stynes clinched the 1991 Brownlow Medal and won 4 bests and fairest. 264 matches and a career spanning between 1987 and 1998. Jim can't be with us today, but his place in history is assured. Lost his leg to cancer at the age of 9, Michael Milton is one of the finest athletes Australia has ever produced. A testament to that, 4 gold medals at the Salt Lake Winter Paralympics. He skis down mountains at almost 200 kilometres an hour, and last year was named the world's best athlete with a disability at the esteemed Laureus Sports Awards, putting him on the same global pedestal as Kathy Freeman and our all-conquering Test cricketers. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Milton. Also joining us today, please welcome some of Australia's finest athletes. The US Women's National Basketball Association Most Valuable Player, our own Lauren Jackson. The captain of our Cricketing World Cup champion team, Ricky Ponting. A Commonwealth Games gold medalist and now world champion in the 400-metre hurdles, Jana Pittman. Rarely is a nation drawn to a single cause. Such a moment occurred to Australians in 1983. In September that year, a nation turned its attentions to a boat, one with a strange keel and a crew hell-bent on rewriting history. So when on the morning of September 26, Australia 2 crossed the finish ahead of the Americans, Australians all rejoiced, for she and her crew had won the America's Cup. Please make welcome the team behind Australia 2. Also, please make welcome our national rising star, Sam Mitchell. Coleman medalist, Matthew Lloyd of Essendon. And the 2003 Brownlow medalists, Nathan Buckley, who will shortly lead Collingwood onto the ground. Adam Goods of the Sydney Swans. And Mark Rasciuto from the Adelaide Crows. And with great pride in our hearts, let's farewell our own retiring greats. Nathan Burke. Leon Cameron. Mick Martin. Ashley McIntosh. Peter Matera. Mark Bickley. Stephen Alessio. His is a tale of survival, the likes of which football has never seen and hopefully will never have to again. In Bali on October 12 last year, Jason McCartney was in the midst of the carnage, first as a hero, then as one of the fallen. Through sheer will and determination, his fight from the brink of death brought him back against the odds to a winter's night in Melbourne for his beloved Kangaroos. Hero is a word often misused, but in this case, it doesn't do justice.
So I'm spent. It's been a tough time, but that's enough for me, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason McCartney.
Hello again, Mal Walden, and conditions improving at the MCG ahead of this afternoon's Grand Final. However, it was a bleak welcome earlier today as the first of thousands braved a winter blast of rain and hail. An investigation underway as two young girls remain in hospital following yesterday's roller coaster accident at the Melbourne show. Another Geelong student suspected of contracting meningococcal. And Australia's Mark Webber clocks third fastest time in qualifying for this weekend's US Grand Prix. Details at 6.
Thinking home improvements? Get down to Bunnings Warehouse for a mammoth range at the lowest prices.
Tough. Wait till you see who's reached boiling point.
So I really need that first.
Yeah, that's not good yet.
One table walked out without paying, which is outrageous.
You'll never guess who stuck it out and who just freaked out.
Learn how to be shouted at.
The all-new Return to Jamie's Kitchen, 8:30 Tuesday.
By the time the Brisbane Lions had finished celebrating 2002's triumph, others were already busy plotting 2003 campaigns. As the tributes flowed for the back-to-back premiers, others had already started hitting the track. Their pre-season dedicated to a clear need, closing the gap. The compelling focus was that last week in March, the chance to prove that they had learnt from seasons past, that this might be their year. 16 started. Hope springs eternal, but the journey is tough, and not all handle its demands. As the months passed, the season's pattern emerged. The strong began to shine. The others fell away. It all led us here to Grand Final Day, where only two remain. Each seeking the same prize, each knowing that only one can take it. This is the journey's end. This is the game's ultimate moment of truth.
No other music could more effectively encapsulate the power and passion of this journey than the legendary music of Queen. Please welcome Annie Crummer, followed by the entire cast of the smash hit show which has taken Melbourne's Regent Theatre by storm. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of We Will Rock You.
Down the street with the broom pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of her feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yes. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Yes. Yeah. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone? I took you for everything that you had and kicked you out of your own. Well, are you happy? Are you satisfied? How long is there the heat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. You better look out. Another one bites the dust. Oh yes. Another one bites the dust. And another one down. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Oh yes. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Oh, another one bites the dust. Oh yeah. Another one bites the dust. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. There's many a way that you can hurt a man and bring him to the ground. Or you can beat him, you can cheat him, you can shoot him bad and leave him running down. But I'm ready, yes, I'm ready for you. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Oh, yes, another one bites the dust. Oh, yes, another one bites the dust. And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Yeah, I wanna get you too. What other one bites the dust? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yes. Oh. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Oh, another one bites the dust. Yes, another one bites the dust. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
me go? Will you let me go?
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Bismillah, we will not let you go.
Let me go.
Will not let you go.
Never,
will
never,
not let
never,
you go.
never let me go.
No, 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 no.
Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia.
Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
So you think you can stop me and spit in my eyes? So you think you can love me and leave me to die?
Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here.
Nothing really matters.
Anyone can see.
Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to Anyway the wind blows.
A grand final day tradition is the singing of Waltzing Matilda. It is with great pleasure we welcome to perform this honour a true star. She is a singer, songwriter, dancer, Olympic ceremony performer, and a leading lady of theatre and film. Please welcome our own Christine Arnoux.
Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come waltzing Matilda with me. Down came a jumbuck to drink at that billabong. Up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he sang as he shoved that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You will come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he shoved that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up rode the squatter, mounted on his thoroughbred. Down came the troopers, 1, 2, 3. Where's that jolly jump?
featuring Australian Idol, the cast of We Will Rock You, and Christine Anu, was proudly brought to you by the Australian Football League and its premier partner, Carlton, brewed since 1864.
From the network that brings you the biggest games comes the Seriously Big Week. 7:30 Sunday.
A 90-minute Idol special, singing all the best number one hits.
Then at 9,
That controversial kiss in the Video Music Awards.
And the winner is...
Monday, the Fab Five arrive.
In the premiere of Queer Eye for a Straight Guy.
Tuesday,
The all-new Return to Genius Kitchen. Want more?
just watch. One Seriously Big Week starts tomorrow on 10.
The new TAC Drive Right program starts soon. Register now, drive safely, and you could win one of thousands of Drive Right rewards. Or you could even ditch your old car for one of 5 brand new Renault Meganes. Get extra Drive Right stickers from these outlets and register online. Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
It's the time for romance. It's the hour of love.
So, what network are you with? Oh, that's a shame.
Want to talk to people on other networks free? Only Telstra's My Hour lets you select 1 hour of the day when the first 20 minutes of each voice call is free to any phone on any network in Australia. Call Telstra now on 125 111.
Bring home the big game excitement with Harvey Norman's big screen deals. Save $1,000 on the Samsung 42-inch widescreen rear projection TV with bonus digital set-top box and bonus matching stand. Get the full effect with the Samsung 119cm widescreen rear projection TV with bonus digital set-top box $49.99 and the ultimate larger-than-life widescreen LCD rear projection TV $79.99 with bonus digital set-top box and bonus stand. Score big with these and more hot deals at Harvey Norman now.
Airport.
Morning, Bobby.
Hey, Stevie.
Wouldn't have a hand trolley by any chance, mate, would you?
Yes, mate, and it's real handy.
Why borrow with specials like this closed-circuit TV monitoring system? $199. Nylon car covers $19.99. This marine CD player a cool $199. 5 litres of Castrol GTX Magnatech just $22.99, and this 102-litre storage box only $27.50.
I'll pop down to Super Cheap and pick one up then, eh?
Right, Steve.
You'll get the love all day.
Wheels Car of the Year. Can't get enough of this.
The AFL Grand Final 2003, brought to you by Carlton, brewed since 1864. And our telecast sponsors, Carlton Draft, draft beer at its best. Harvey Norman, Ford Falcon, can't get enough of this. And Telstra's out-of-the-box offers.
It was almost a year ago that life, for many of us,
changed forever. In the time it takes a heart to beat, a clock to tick, our freedom was stolen in a moment of madness. Australians all felt the pain of Bali's bombs. But the community of football was hit harder than most. Rugby league players from Sydney, club players from Perth, AFL players from both sides of our continent. Footballers among the rest of us bore the brunt as Bali burned. That's why today is so special to people like me. Through the tough times, through the pain, football has helped us push on. It has helped us heal.
Jason McCartney.
Watching Jason McCartney on that Friday night was a triumph for him. For me, it was part of the resurrection of my spirit. He's now my friend, and that's kind of funny. Back then it was all about loss, but now it's about strength and friendship and the richness of the days ahead. So, it's Grand Final Day. Once upon a time, a phoenix rose from the ashes. Football has helped me and so many others stand again. So today, on this day of days, let's stand together, rejoice at what it means to be Australian. And let this moment be about the glories of the future.
Yes, today is a beautiful day for many reasons. Hello everyone and welcome to Network 10's coverage of the 2003 AFL Grand Final. For the second year running, it is the Brisbane Lions versus Collingwood. The Lions gunning for a premiership hat-trick, Collingwood 9-point losers last year. This is their chance for redemption and their first flag since 1990. As you'd expect, the MCG is jam-packed, and I've got to say, Melbourne has turned on a typical Melbourne day for the Grand Final of 2003. 4 seasons in one day. As I say, welcome to my co-commentators today, Robert Walls and Anthony Hudson, and boys of the game is half as good as last year, in for another cracking afternoon.
Well, I think we are, Stephen, and it was a beauty last year, Anthony, and
was.
The two best teams are there again.
What a build-up we've had to this game, all the intrigue about who's going to play and who won't, and at the end of it all, no change for either side.
Exactly. Let's have a look firstly with the Collingwood lineup. Both teams as selected, so all the toing and froing counted for nothing at the end. Here's the Magpies, Robert.
And there's certainly plenty of experience there with Wakelin at fullback and Ben Johnson getting up near the 100-game mark. Half-back line, Prestigiacomo at centre half-back will play on Brown, then Clement and Loney on the flanks. Plenty of dash there. Woden in his first year with the Collingwood side. Buckley, the Brownlow medalist, and Richard Cole, well done in playing in the Grand Final. Lockin, his first season with the Magpies. Walker, just 10 games today, and he'll be at centre-half forward with Burns alongside him. O'Brien, Tarrant and Kinnear, they've gone in fairly tall, the Magpies, and this is their ruck division. Fraser, Licuria and Brodie Holland. He'll get a tagging job, no doubt.
And they've gone small on the bench, Rob.
They have, Anthony, and you look at the players there, Davis, Didac, Shaw and Scotland, all running type players.
So that is the Collingwood lineup for the 2003 AFL Grand Final. Interesting, Simon Prestigiacomo sitting with his ankles, his feet in a bucket of water before the game.
Yes, well, he's had ankle problems over the years, certainly had a bad ankle injury about 2 months ago. No doubt warming the ankles up, getting them loosened so that he can get the strapping and then the socks on.
And there's Anthony Rocker, the man who was missing after being suspended in the preliminary final. What must he be thinking right now?
Oh, well, he'd just be devastated, but he has to put on a brave face for his teammates.
We have the Brisbane team?
Yes, and Johnson, Michael and Darryl White. Gee, experience galore there with those three players. Power, Lepich and Copeland across half-back.
And Lappin is playing, Rob.
Yes, and I'm pleased he is, Anthony. Lappin playing in the midfield. Voss starting on the ground, that's important. Pike at half forward with Jonathan Brown and McGrath alongside him. And the full forward line, we've got McRae, Lynch and Bradshaw. The ruck division, Keating, he'll start in the ruck. And then we've got Black and Ackermanis, the Brownlow medalists at ground level. And the interchange for the Brisbane Lions, Caracella, Ashcroft, Hadley and Charman. Charman, of course, will do relief ruck work with Keating.
So they're the two teams for the grand final. There is Jonathan Brown, the real tough nut of the Brisbane Lions lineup. He's been banned from watching Rocky movies and listening to AC/DC music. All right, here's the umpires. Between them, 8 grand finals and 735 games. Hayden Kennedy, Brett Allen and Steve McBurney, as we welcome Brett Allen to the Channel 10 coverage. How are you feeling, Brett?
I look pretty excited, Steve. It's fantastic to walk out on a ground like this and have the stands absolutely packed. We're really looking forward to the game today. Got a touch of nerves, but hopefully that'll subside as soon as we start off with the game. Obviously, we want to perform at the best level we can, but it's such a big game.
Brett, congratulations on the job. You thoroughly deserve it. Who will bounce the ball for the opening, and how many grand finals have you umpired?
I'm going to start, Robert. I'm going to start off with the bounce I started last week, and hopefully we can have a good game like we did last week. This is my 4th grand final, but they're all fantastic to be involved in.
Good on you, Brett, and good luck this afternoon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Brett Allen down there with his 2 fellow umpires this afternoon, Hayden Kennedy and Stephen McBurney. There is the scenes in the Brisbane Lions rooms. Well, it'll be the first team in 50 years, if they can do it, Robert, to win 3 premierships in a row. What a performance that would be. It
would just be wonderful. It hasn't happened for such a long time. Michael Voss, the skipper, he's actually starting, Anthony. I think that's a really positive sign for Brisbane. The last 2 weeks he's been on the interchange bench.
Well, he demanded it, didn't he? He said, I'm telling Lee, I'm starting.
He's one man who'd get away with that, I think.
Just about the only one.
What about the Lappin selection then? Can they protect him out there on the ground at all?
No, they can't, Anthony. I've got no doubt that Collingwood will go after Lappin, and so they should.
How will they go after him? Target him or tackle him?
Just tackles. Whenever they get a chance to tackle him, there'll be 2 or 3 go hard at him, and they'll drive him into the ground. You really can't protect anybody out there. I've got no doubt Jonathan Brown. I'll be interested to see Jonathan Brown coming off the line because he's a strong physical presence, and I think that he'll be making sure that he can do what he can to protect his teammates.
So the Brisbane Lions ready to come out here, as I said, back-to-back premierships for Brisbane. They'll perhaps, in fact, they are starting the underdogs this afternoon, which is a surprise to most. What do you think about that, Rob?
I think it's fair enough. When you look at Brisbane, they haven't been in great form over the last 2 months. Collingwood, on the other hand, well, they've taken everything before them. They've won 11 of their last 12 games. Really keen to see how Brisbane start this game, Stephen, because their last 9 games, Brisbane, they've led at quarter time. So it's so important for Collingwood to make sure they match them early.
Let's go down to Jared Waitley and Stephen Silvani as the Brisbane Lions come out onto the MCG.
A thunderous roar for a Warrior team with a leader better than any. They're on the brink of immortality, 3 in a row. Is history a burden, Stephen Silvani?
Well, it's not about 3 in a row. It's about today. These guys would be nervous, afraid and excited at the same time. They know what it takes. They've been here before. Their moment has arrived.
At times we doubted they could be here again this year, but there's a real pride in this side.
Well, there is. They looked down and out last week at 3/4 time against the Swans. They got plenty of fight. They're not about to relinquish their crown.
They look ready.
They look ready.
All right, so there's the Brisbane Lions. They've got almost triple the finals experience of the Magpies, and of course no Magpie has yet to play in a premiership that's playing today. So they've got to taste of the grand final at least last year.
Well, they did, and that'll be so important for them, but there's 8 newcomers in this Collingwood side who've never played on grand final day, and no doubt the nerves will be ticking over with them.
Jason Cloak, one of them we saw there, Reece Shaw, whose father played in 5 and didn't manage to bring one home.
Yes, look, the good thing about Collingwood is that they've played well in the finals in the previous few weeks. They were terrific last week against Port Adelaide, and those young players like Cole and Shaw and Locken, they would have got invaluable experience and confidence from that outing.
Do you subscribe to the theory that you've got to lose one before you win one?
No, I don't, Stephen. When you get there, for goodness sake, win it if you can, because you may not come back. And what we've got here is a team who were so disappointed last year. I actually thought Brisbane were the much better team last year. I don't think that 12 months further down the track.
So often we've talked in the past about Rocker being not the best player at Collingwood, but a barometer of whether they're going to win or not. He kicked 4 goals in last year's grand final. Who is it today, do you think?
Well, I think Fraser's the most important player for Collingwood because he's up against two ruck giants. He hasn't got a lot of support, and I think Josh Fraser, if he can work through 100 minutes, I don't think they can afford to take Fraser from the field. They will give him opportunity to rest down in the goal square.
Are you surprised there's no McKee then to back him up?
Not really. I think it's a bold move, but a good move to put Tristan Walker into this lineup. Look, he's only 19 years of age, but he's big and he's strong and he can play either end of the field.
Get ready for a big roar as we go down to Christy Malthouse and Peter Dacos.
Well, here comes Collingwood. They are in control of their own destiny. Dakes, they are focused and calm. How important is that?
Well, they're a lot better off than they were last year. I was in the rooms, Chrissy, and they looked a picture of really motivational picture. They certainly steely-eyed and just very quiet in the room, so they're very, very focused, these guys. Your father was just walking around having a quiet word. That's one thing, the head coach, but I think that where they're better off is I think there's a heap of coaches out there because once the game starts, that's what's required, and I think they're going to just fall into place beautifully for them.
Play tough, play like Bobby Rose is on the banner.
Yes, and I'm sure that they'll be playing for Bobby Rose today. And Mick Malthouse, will he be a three-time premiership coach or will it be Lee Matthews, four-time premiership coach?
Who's going to kick the goals for Collingwood, Robert, apart from Tarrant?
Well, I think they'll get a mixture. Certainly Burns is one player who can kick 2 or 3 a game. I think Buckley will play forward more than usual. They got Leon Davis, who came into the team last week and kicked 3, but they'd be looking for contributions from many players, not 1 or 2 to kick the bulk of them. At the other end of the field, I think Brisbane rely heavily on Alistair Lynch and Jonathan Brown to kick their goals.
What about Nathan Buckley? A lot made in recent years about when you win the Brownlow, how difficult, and history would say the Brownlow medalists have struggled a bit. The fact that there was 3 Brownlow medalists, a bit less pressure for him?
No doubt, Anthony, and we look at Buckley there, he's up front. Look, he's in career best form, and at 31 years of age, that's a bit of a rarity. Played wonderful football over the last 10 years. I think winning the Brownlow medal wouldn't distract him at all. His one focus all season has been to be a Collingwood captain in a premiership team, and he's so close to it today.
We talk about finals experience comparing these two teams. Here it is, Robert. Almost triple the experience the Brisbane Lions, as you'd expect.
Yes, well, that's right. And total finals played, look at that, 315 to 119. Most experience, well, of course, Pike, he played a lot of finals with the Kangaroos. Woden, he played some finals with the Melbourne Football Club. And then you see it tails right off for the Collingwood side. Brisbane have been in the finals for many years. They are one of the most experienced teams playing, probably the most experienced side. Their backline averages around the 200 games. It's just amazing.
We're going to take a break from the MCG. The moment has arrived. Next, the battle begins. It's Collingwood versus the Brisbane Lions in the 2003 AFL Grand Final, live and exclusive on your Premiership Network, Channel 10.
A truly brilliant television detective only comes around once every few years. On 10's all-new Supercrime Saturday, meet one of the best.
Is this a joke? Someone tries to kill my husband and you send in Rain Man?
Emmy winner Tony Shalhoub in his double award-winning role for what the New York Post says is the best detective show to come along in decades. Monk premieres 7:30 tonight on 10.
New improved Eclipse gum, perfect for fresh breath confidence in a tight situation. New improved Eclipse gum, get fresh breath fast.
The less that happens to the oil in your engine, the better it protects. Which is why, together with Ferrari, Shell developed Helix. Even in the white heat of racing, Helix stays calm. And if Shell can protect a Ferrari, who better to protect your car?
invest with as little as $1,000. AXA Investments, Insurance and Superannuation.
I'm a clinical nurse specialist at the Alfred Hospital in their Emergency and Trauma Centre. I manage patients with a range of emergency presentations. I'm a nurse because it's a profession. It was a hard degree to get through. I think most of all it is just a satisfying career.
Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
Just hold me, make me tell you I'm in love with you. Kiss me when you do. I know that you will miss me. If we ever say adieu, so kiss me. Tell you I'm in love with you. Never, never, never let me go.
Double hopped Sterling, the beer lover's light.
Four seasons in one day this afternoon in Melbourne. At the moment it is nice and sunny at the MCG, but don't hold your breath as the Brisbane Lions prepare to do battle with Collingwood in the 2003 AFL Grand Final. The Lions have won 9 of 11 against the Magpies since their merger back in 1997, but more importantly, the victor in the last time was Collingwood in the qualifying final, Robert Walls. That counts for plenty.
Well, it does, Stephen, and I think that over the last 12 months, Collingwood have certainly stepped up. They've introduced new players. They've beaten Brisbane only 3 weeks ago, and they've had that all-important week off through the final series, and on a pretty heavy track today, that could come into play.
Certainly will, and as we said, both teams as selected, so all the subterfuge during the week counted for nothing.
There's 2 of the Brownlow medalists. I wonder how the third one's going to fare this afternoon. Well, in the action.
I think those 2 would prefer to be out there, Anthony. As good as it must feel to be a Brownlow medalist, nothing beats being out there on that last Saturday in September.
Brisbane making their way to line up for the national anthem. Collingwood just completing their practice, kicking a goal at the city end of the ground.
There is the third of the Brownlow medalists in Nathan Buckley, the Collingwood captain. He has won just about everything you can win in Australian rules football, except the most important thing, and that is a premiership medallion. There's the skipper for Brisbane, Michael Voss. He's got a Brownlow. He's got 2 premiership medallions around his neck. He's going to start this afternoon.
And it's hard to believe that Voss and Buckley were teammates 10 years ago playing for the Brisbane Bears back in 1993. They've come a long way since then.
MCG jam-packed, close to 90,000 here this afternoon. Let's go down now for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and join with Christine Anu to sing our national anthem.
From a start now as the teams get into position. The toss of the coin, the umpires at the moment shaking hands with all the players. Mick Malthouse, what an incredible scene it was last year with the tears at the end of the grand final. Will it be tears today or tears of joy?
How will he be feeling, Robert? You've been there and done that.
I'd be feeling very, very apprehensive. He knows he can't do any more than what he's done. He's set the team on course this year, same as Lee Matthews. Both of them have done wonderful jobs. Pretty much from here on in, it's up to your senior 7 or 8 players to just set the standard and show leadership and direction out on that field.
Here's the toss
Nathan,
of the coin.
Robert, got a coin there? Yep. Okay, so we're going to go Brisbane. You call it, mate. Tails it is. That's a tail. We'll call that a tail. Yeah, you take it.
So the Lions win the toss and they'll be kicking to the punt road end or left of screen in your first quarter.
Just really interesting that Collingwood have chosen 4 running tight players for the interchange bench. They've put the big fellas out on the field to start the game. Kinnear, Walker, Josh Fraser. And it'll be interesting to see if Kinnear and Walker go forward. If they do that, it probably means that Brisbane have to play Darryl White in defence alongside Lepich and Mal Michael. Maybe Bradshaw will go on to Tarrant. We'll soon find out.
Are we going to see any surprises, do you think, Rob? Or will they go with what we can predict?
I don't think we'll see too many surprises with the Brisbane lineup.
And I was on the ground before the game, guys. It's pretty soggy. Notice Justin Lepich warmed up with 2 different pairs of boots, one on each foot to find out the best sort of stops, but it is pretty slippery and pretty spongy out there.
Just looking at the players take their positions. Lynch up in the forward line, Bradshaw alongside him. So that means Darryl White will go into defence with Lepich and Mal Michael. Brodie Holland looks like he'll go with Jason Ackermanis.
Alistair Lynch, the oldest man playing in football, and there is the star forward for Collingwood, Chris Tarrant.
Bradshaw in attack, which means Lepich will be in defence.
Walker's gone to full forward, and there's O'Brien, former teammate of Nigel Lappin, and no doubt he'll be saying, how your ribs going?
To start things off, it's Josh Fraser for Collingwood.